All right, so what I'm gonna show you is what we did on the bottom side here. So we cut the top. This is basically the burner area, and then your grill grate sits right on this. And then we'll have to cut this section out for the air. Now on the bottom side of this, on this type of canister, on the bottom side, this is filled with like media. Let's see if one of these, some of these only have one plug, some of them have three, but there's basically a media up in here. It's like little glass beads that absorb. I think they're probably for absorbing the liquid part of the oxygen, so it doesn't actually suck up liquid oxygen when you're trying to breathe. As you can tell, these are tack welded, which is what I was making cuts on. I'll run these cuts across the side to each other, and basically the way that this will breathe is the air will come in here, the heat will reflect here back up into the fire and keep everything hot, and it also keeps it from getting really hot underneath here. Forces air to come up around the side too. Breathes much better and burns wood far cleaner. So yeah, I'll do some of that and then get back with you. The other thing I got to figure out is most of the ones I've dealt with don't have this ring, but I was kind of hoping to keep this in order to put a grill rack on here for grilling, but I'm not sure how to make my cut inside this with the cutting wheel unless I use like a oxyacetylene torch and cut it that way, which I haven't done yet. All right, I'll get back with you when I figure out what I'm gonna do. All right, next part. So there's the beads. These are the media that's in there to absorb the liquid part of the oxygen. These are the tabs that I cut off. And I'll show you the pieces. Now, so that's what I'm left with. So you can look in there. I didn't cut the air hole in here yet, but that'll be one of the next things. But basically we have the main part of the burner assembly. Now for the top of the stove, I like using the top of the liquid oxygen cylinder because it has a domed shape. So you can actually line that up with this lip and kind of get it to compress the air, and it creates a even faster stream. It's basically working like a like the bypass duct on a turbine jet. So now what I normally do is use this, flip it upside down and put it on here, but because of this, which I want to use for grilling, it doesn't fit. So I'm gonna just end up measuring in here and getting a consistent curve between each of these. Or this is welded with or pressed with ribs. You can see these little ribs. I'll just follow one of those around and then try to cut it. Hopefully I don't have to cut twice because it'd be a pain. But I guess we'll just see what we have to do. After I'm done marking, I'll try to record some of my grinding so you can kind of see the weird angle that I have to be at. And it might not be beautiful. I've never tried one with the lip like this one has. All right, finishing up the top, and had to take some of the tabs off. I'll show you the cap that I needed to adjust too. Sweet. Show you the cut here and why it was hard. This freaking thing is boning me pretty hard. So here's what we'll do. There's what it's gonna look like. You can see the air gap is gonna be pretty tight on here. I might actually have to even bring it in. Maybe I'll put it over top and show so I can grind this edge down. You can see this is a little bit ugly because of the odd angle with this. So we'll clean that up a bit and then we'll be ready for pretty much the final two steps. I have to cut that hole yet, drill the holes to hold it up and get it close to this lip so that the bypass air, oxygen comes in and is injected into the center essentially. So that's where we'll come in now. Yep. All right. So the next part is we're going to measure the whole circumference of the outside of the cylinder, and then we'll evenly space air gaps. I might try a different design with this one than our past ones. Past ones I do 6 inches by, I think it's 3, and it allows plenty of air to come up through the upper edge and bypass. And then it'll be down to cutting a hole in the inside liner for the burner can, and then we'll pretty much be on the home stretch. Alright, so let's get started. So the way I did it last time was just measured the outside of the can, as remotely close as I possibly could. Looks like 40